How's it going, internet family? What are you up to today out there this glorious Saturday? I'm driving down to Bandon. We've got a gig down there, doing a solo gig at Angelo's tonight. I think Al's group is playing at the Broken Anchor over there, so I think I'm one of their top subs for when Al can't do it. Al's got his thing going on with that Django Reinhardt project, man. It's cool. I'm down with that. The music today is brought to you by my solo country project, the Lonely Boots Project. Appropriate, I should be listening to that while I'm vlogging, because I'm going to be playing all these songs tonight by myself down there at Angelo's. I have a pretty heavy country element to my set, and it's like a fancy Italian place, but you know, I do the violin too, and it goes okay. It's kind of feels kind of weird though, like sometimes I'm doing like a really sad country song. Everybody's like, hey, we're here to hear some of that classy Django Reinhardt music. I'm like, sorry, that's not what I do, really. I like it, I do a little bit of that, but I'm not doing I'm doing mostly originals, and most of the originals I write are about betrayal and disloyalty and dishonesty and the fragility of human relationships and how people interact poorly with one another and set expectations that can't be realistically met by either side, generally. Yeah, speaking of expectations that can't be met, I shaved off my mustache. Yep. I mentioned it. Here's the deal. I took a vlog. Sounds like going to the bathroom. I took a vlog earlier. I shot a vlog with my new laptop at home earlier, and I pressed submit to YouTube before I left and published, so it should just go live. But because of how my internet works, and I haven't got that new laptop yet up on the VPN, I don't know if it's gonna upload or finish submitting before I get done gigging and get back home and everything. I mean, honestly, it'll probably just be sitting there still like at like 10% or maybe even less. I don't know. My internet's kind of wonky unless I run it through a VPN first, which I have one and I have it set up, but for some reason it's not working on the new laptop. I gotta figure that out. I just set it up, what, yesterday? Or yeah, I installed all that yesterday, so I'm not beating myself up too bad about, you know, not having everything completely dialed in less than 24 hours after a clean install. So tech is going good, man. Tech is going good. Did a lot of work for a client yesterday. It was one of those things. It was one of those things where, like, the work that I did was easy for me, but it's huge gains for the client. It was one of those situations where the improvement was at such a level from what they had been experiencing in that spot. Here's what was going on. They had a Windows 10 desktop that just always ran horribly. I mean, and it was good hardware, 8 gigs of RAM, quad core, a decent little processor too. I don't remember which one it was, but I mean, it had some juice, but I mean, it just ran horribly because Windows 10, right? So but we've already virtualized all their core apps on a server, a multi-core server with tons of memory and everything. I mean, the specs on that are just off the chart. They should never have any kind of issue with their virtualized apps, just because that server is so beefy. And we're just RDPing into one of those new custom virtualized Windows 7 instances to run all their core apps. And so we were kind of bypassing the performance issues on that Windows 10 machine already by virtualizing apps and running all that way. But it still would like take a long time to boot, and sometimes it would like hang a little bit. It just the machine just performed terribly. So I wiped it and installed Linux Mint 18.2 with Compiz. Linux Mint Mate 18.2 with Compiz enabled. full 3D desktops. I mean, it's a beautiful system. It's actually a joy to use, and it is lightning fast now. And it was running so well that actually one of the main managers there was like, I think I want that to be my desktop now. And I said, hey, take it, man. Let's do it. Let's go make this your desktop, because the reality is there's a whole nother machine upstairs just sitting there it's old. I mean, it's dual core. It's only got 4 gigs of RAM. But with Linux on it, that thing's going to run way better than the Beefcake machine ran with Windows 10 on it. So I said, let's just, let's go grab that old junker, put that down in here, hook it up with the RDP and Compiz and everything. And I'm telling you, so on this dual core machine with 4 gigs of RAM, it's old as dirt. I mean, this thing, probably 8-9 years old, this machine. It flies. It flies like a rocket ship. And, I mean, beautiful Compiz 3D desktops, spinning from RDP session to RDP session. I mean, the thing is just, it's such a huge upgrade from what was there. And we actually downgraded the hardware like 75%. I mean, I'd say that computer is probably a quarter as powerful as the computer that was originally there, that one of the managers now wants on his desk. I mean, you want to talk about gains in the tech sector, man. That's it, man. You can take an 8-year-old machine and make it an upgrade to a brand new machine that's just running so poorly because of Windows 10. It's just, and I'd clean it up a little bit too, I'd run CCleaner on it, malware by it, went through and uninstalled all the garbageware that had been, that it had come with, from Staples or wherever they got it. And it still just wasn't running well, But with Linux, woo, stand back. That thing's a rocket ship. I also upgraded to an SSD too, so there's some more gains right there. You put an SSD and put Linux on an SSD and give it that Compiz desktop. I mean, stand back. Everybody else is gonna want it. Everybody else in the place. I wouldn't be surprised after a week or two if we just leave that one on that one counter where it is, because it's a machine that gets used by a lot of employees. If we leave that one on the counter where it is, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to the point where people are going out of their way to come use that machine instead of the other ones. I went over crypto stuff today on that other video that I took earlier that I'm not sure it's going to upload ever because of my internet connection, and I haven't set up the VPN yet. I just set it up yesterday, okay? Don't give me any guff, all right? I'll have the VPN set up probably tonight or tomorrow. And so I'll be able to do that a little bit better. Also, I think the audio cut out halfway through too, so I might just skip the whole thing, make this today's vlog. But I did go over crypto prices a little bit, man. Everything's up. Almost everything's up. Chaincoin, man. What an experience. This Chaincoin thing is crazy. Basically, you've got a community of people determined to make chaincoin in particular, and probably some of the other master node coins like Neutron, etc. They're trying to really make it, money that's controlled and owned by the people. That's their goal with this. And it completely threatens all the existing cryptocurrencies, all the other kind of currencies that exist in the world today. Because if they're able to do that and actually democratize the money supply in that way, I mean, that could have huge ramifications for our society moving forward, right? Hats off to them, full respect. But I mean, you've got people here basically not acting in their own interest with the longer term view of trying to act in everybody's interest, including their own, by democratizing the money supply. So it's been a crazy ride. Following it on Random Tandem's live chat and watching High on Chains, right? High on Coins. What's Max, the guy who's in charge of chaincoin, right? What's his channel? I don't remember. It's linked to Random Tandem's, who's linked from mine. He's featured on mine, and then Random Tandem's features High on Coins. So yeah, it's a crazy thing. I mean, the price went way up and then it went way down, and then they were like trying to keep it down so that more of us little guys could get in there and buy. Just really, really interesting. And it's a masternode coin, so if you have 1,000 of those coins, you can run your own masternode node and be mining your own. It's kind of like proof of stake, but a little bit different. Just really interesting stuff. I guess Trevon James was in Random Tandem's YouTube chat earlier today. He's an East Coast guy, and I'm sorry, I got no tolerance for that. Like, that'd be like 7 a.m. my time to get up and be hanging out, right? Trevon, what the hell, man? You need to do a late night session. Didn't you used to smoke weed and do your vlog and stuff? Why don't you stay up late with us on the Random Tandem's chat? Give it a West Coast feel. Calling you out, Trevon James. Getting up early in the morning on the East Coast. You son of a bitch. Nobody wants to get up that early, bro. Nobody. I don't want to get up that early. Yeah, he made 5,000% profit on chaincoin in one of his videos. He was claiming, which wouldn't surprise me. I believe it. He follows the market. He plays around. He seems like a smart guy, so good for him. But now I'm wondering, well, he's got tons of money. He's got so much Bitcoin. He's counting his coins, man. I count my coins, and I'm happy about the coins I got. But compared to Trevon James or Craig Gant, what's his name? I don't know. I watch his YouTube all the time. I like the guy. Seems like a nice guy. And I think he's Trevon's uncle. They're related or just spiritual uncles. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But man, when I look at their coin counts, I'm like, God damn, man, I'm po. I'm so po. But not really though. I'm doing pretty good. So I've been playing with the coins for a while now. So yeah. So I'm yeah. Chaincoin, man, what a ride. Get yourself 1,000 chain coins. If you got 1,000 chain coins, you can get yourself a masternode, and then you can be mining your own chain coins indefinitely. Well, I think that's a good goal for everybody to have. There's only going to be a few million or something, right? It's kind of a limited coin as well. So, I mean, right now some crazy drama, but I would hodl some chain coin. Because you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, the crypto market, things can flip so quickly. Like, it's surprising to me the volume of chaincoin, of buys and sells of chaincoin. The volume was crazy the last few days. I mean, it was up there with like some of the top 3 volumes of all the cryptos, and yet it's not even listed on CoinMarketCap.com. You know what I mean? It's not on any of the exchanges except for Cryptopia, right? It's not on Bittrex, it's not on Poloniex, it's not on Kraken, it's not on the Exodus wallet. I mean, it's a small player, and yet its volume has been out of control, and the things going on with surrounding the community. It's just, what a show, man. Come watch a show. Come watch a show. Get involved. Come join us on the live chat on Random Tandems. I'm in this Discord chat with him too. It's so funny. There's people from all over the country, and all of them are smoking weed, right? They're all smoking weed and trading cryptocurrencies. That's what goes on in this chat room. And it's funny because I'm always threatening to tip everybody in there with Potcoin, right? Potcoin's a marijuana-related cryptocurrency, and it's worth like 10 cents, right? So I could give everybody in the chat room Potcoin without throwing a whole lot of money away. I guess it's up quite a bit now, though. I guess it's worth like almost 50 cents. I'd be throwing away some money if I was going to tip everybody with Potcoin now. I owe Random Tandem some money, and he hasn't got me his Potcoin wallet address yet. So, sorry, Random. Until you message me your Potcoin wallet address, I'm not going to pay you what I owe you. That's it. I'm holding it for ransom. Ransom Tandems. All right, Internet fam. Hope you're having a great day. Enjoy this beautiful July Saturday, man. It's just nice out here. Half the people I know in California are suffering miserably under the heat, I bet, huh? It's nice in Oregon. Now's the time to be in Oregon, man. Summertime in Oregon is beautiful. All right, have a great one, Internet fam.